Generally, after you get your phone and you get yourself a screen protector for your phone, the next thing that you look at is a case for your phone, unless you are one of the people who just naked carries your phone. In my case, my wife got used to carrying her older phone without a case since it was easier to clean in the pandemic. But considering that she got a brand new phone, we wanted to make sure that she had a case for it. Hello, I am Wanderer001 and this is my review of the Spigen Liquid Air Case for the Google Pixel 4a 5G. It is a minimalist case, meaning that the case just covers the back and a little bit around the sides. It's not a multi-layer case, it's a single layer case. I will admit that Spigen has definitely gone to a minimalist design for their actual packaging of the case compared to my old Spigen case that I had. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna take our Pixel 4 5G, put it out of frame there, and talk about the actual Spigen case here. The case itself is made up of a TPU material, so that is thermoplastic polyurethane. All you need to know is think of it as it's a rubbery plastic material. So you will have a decent amount of flexing, but it does not collect dust as much as a true rubber case would. To add to the protection that you're getting, there are these air cushion pockets, they call them, up in the corners. And there you go, you can kind of see one right there. That is in all four corners, meaning that if it hits, that little pocket of air will help to absorb the impact of your phone. You will notice that you have cutouts here in the back for your finger, because we want that ID right there, your camera accessory area, up at the top for your 3.5mm jack, and your microphone, and at the bottom for your speaker and your USB. Over on the side, here you have your power and your volume rocker. You will notice that these do not offer full coverage, as you can see my table coming in through behind those. I will admit that does mean that dust will get in there a little easier. However, it also means that these buttons are much easier to depress than you would get on something like an OtterBox. On the back here, you can see you have a nice textured backing here, which gives it a nice look, but also it helps and adds to gripping. You can see because you also have that on the side. And way down there at the bottom, you've got a little Spigen branding. And we'll take it to the top where you see there is no actual texturing there, so it's only on the sides and the back. The one thing with the case here, I will admit, it is that it only comes in black. So if you like color cases, that might be a problem for you. Come around to the inside here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our Pixel and we're gonna put it in there. Now, part of the reason that I wanted to get a case for this phone in particular is if we come around to the back there, you can see that the camera bump is quite noticeable. So what we do, easiest way I found, is just start at the top and it just kind of slips in. So there you go. And look, the camera bump is now safely housed behind our case. The fingerprint, I will admit, it has a nice recessed channel that just kind of leads you right to the fingerprint scanner. So that's great. Up at the top, you will notice that it does have a nice wide cutout for your 3.5. So you can get a standard straight up and down or an L-shaped and have no problems. There's our microphone at the bottom. Nice wide cutout for the USB-C and our mic and speaker right there. So you're not gonna have any problems. Again, the only thing that I say with these types of cases are that I wish that they had port covers, especially for the charger. I had a Pixel 2 case that didn't have a port cover, and 2 years into it, I definitely had to clean out a lot of lint in there. Not a problem. But here you see, it does not add a lot of girth to the phone itself, which is nice. So it keeps it nice and thin so that you still have your slim Pixel phone. And here, you know, clicky, perfectly fine. Everything looks nice. And the beauty of this type of case is they're really easy to get off too. You can just kind of start down there, peel your corners, and doing this around a camera, not the easiest, but peel your corners. There you go. Comes right out and the phone's starting up. And we'll stick it back in here one more time. So there, nice and quick and easy. Realistically, if you're looking for a nice minimalist case that will protect your phone, Spigen's liquid air case here might be what you're looking for. One other thing to consider, on the front, you'll notice that I do have a Zag InvisiShield screen protector on here, and this does not disturb it in any way, shape, or form. It comes up around the corners very nicely, but the beauty of this is they're not high enough to prevent me from swiping, because there are some cases where you hit the side and that big lip stops you dead in your tracks. But what this means is if I put the phone down, the phone is raised enough that the screen is not directly touching the surface. Likewise, if I do this, the camera array on the back is not directly touching the surface. So that is always why I like putting a case on, especially if you have a protruding camera array. So you can see all around, it's got a lip, but it's not a terrible lip, and swiping, very nice. I really am not going to lie, like the textured backing does help, especially if you have kind of sweatier hands and you need something to help grip. So for those looking for this type of minimalist case design, how much is this going to cost you? Well, that's the other beauty of it. Since this is only really just a single layer case that you put on your phone, it's only going to set you back $15. I've had other Spigen products in the past, and I will admit they do hold up very nicely. So if you're looking for a minimalist protective case for your Pixel 4 5G, I would highly recommend checking out the Spigen Liquid Air Case. Again, if you can deal with the fact that it only comes in one color, for the price, it is well worth it. Again, look, you have that nice channel into your fingerprint, and then your camera array is protected because it's recessed behind the case. But you'll also see just how close the case cutout comes to the camera array. So you're not left with a giant gap, which I really appreciate. With that being said, I have been Wanderer001. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the area below. And as always, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, consider giving it a like, as that will help other people find the video as well. If you like what I'm doing here, you can always help fuel the next review by buying me a coffee, link in the description below. Last but not least, if you want to be notified when I upload a new video, you know what to do.